Hi teacher, I'm Diego. My book is 1984 from George Orwell, and I'm going to start with my presentation. First of all, George Orwell, the author. George Orwell, born in Champaran, Bihar, India, but their parents was British. He was a writer and like a essayist, very famous because of their critics. Was a really good man, realizing critics. Orwell was a revolutionary, and his real name wasn't George Orwell, was Eric Arthur Blair. George Orwell was only his pen name. Okay. Curious things. George Orwell fought in the Spanish Civil War for the Revolutionary Band in Catalonia. And another thing that is George Orwell have a park in Catalonia with his name. This park have security cams, and George Orwell critic security cams in life, but it's okay. My book talk about Winston Smith life. Winston Smith was a normal man, I think. He lived in the Victory Mansion in London, but it's something crazy because London in this story is located in Oceania. Sorry. Okay. Winston Smith was in the Victory Mansion like a building, but also a mansion. Crazy. And thus swirl entered from the window of his house. Victory Mansion was a building with a bad smell, and in the Victory Mansion there were always those swirls. Also in this building was a poster. There were a poster that says Big Brother is watching you. It's like a government, government entity. The Big Brother is like a government entity that watch people to make people do the correct things. Winston go to the floor number 7 of the Victory Mansion because his house was in the floor number 7. But he can't use the lift because the electricity was cut in their building, because of the heat of week. Winston used stairs to go to his house, but in each floor there were a poster that were watching you, the Big Brother. Winston entered in his house and started to hear a strange sound from the telescreen or screen, I don't know what is the correct term, and he tried to shut up the telescreen, but nothing's worked. a noisy sound from the telescreen. Winston looked for a window, and Winston looked for something that shot up the telescreen through the window, but Winston don't see anything. Only a poster like raped, not raped, with the name, I don't know, Hingsuck. The telescreen that was always recording all. If Winston moved, the telescreen recorded move, and also was always sending the videos or the records to the government. The telescreens was like another security cam in our days. The dog police can see you through the telescreens. The dog police is like the important one police, say by Winston, because the conventional police don't do anything. The important one is the dog police that controls people dogs. Sorry. Winston told us that he works in the Ministry of Truth. That was too high and big building, a giant building, was like this, amazing. And in contrast, London, that I say is located in Oceania, was only a poor and putrescent city, with nothing more than poor and putrescence. And Winston tried to remember London before all, because he think that London was better, that the city was better, and people too. But he can't remember nothing. I think that is because the police, the dog police, are like, I don't know, control people like removing their thoughts, their memories. There are 4 different ministries that control all the city. These are Ministry of the Truth, Mini-Pax, Ministry of the Peace, sorry, Mini-Love, Ministry of Love, and Mini-Plenty, Ministry of Plenty and Abundance, I don't know, like economic things, I think. And the ministry controls all. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. A popular quote of this book that is used to reflect, I don't know, the control that ministries make on people. Okay, next. Winston see the Mini-Love, Ministry of Love, and Winston didn't like the Ministry of Love is the most important, is the important one ministry, because in the Ministry of Love nobody can't like nobody can like bring closer. No humans allowed in the Ministry of Love. It's like an exaggeration. And Winston also left the Ministry of Truth, their work, their place of love, his place of love, of work. Sorry. And he go to the Victory Mansion. He went to the Victory Mansion. Take a bottle of Victory Gin, Ginebra, and ponder. Ponder is like reflects about life. Winston finds a little space in which the telescreen can see him. It was like a little space in the room, in the living room, in which nobody, the telescreen, and nobody looking through the window, nobody can see him. Was like a secure space for him. And Winston think that this space was made, for a bookshelf. But now he is using this space, to reflect. He tried to write something in a book, but someone was like stopping his. Someone was stopping Winston. Really, only Winston was stopping himself. I don't know. After some time, Winston wrote one page. And Winston was like a teenager. Because the first thing that he wrote was a diary. Yeah, like this. And the diary of Winston. Winston stopped to write his diary, and remember one thing: the gathering in the Ministry of Truth in which Winston worked. Winston remember like two specific people. One was O'Brien, like one friend, or O'Brien was like a friend or a no person, I don't know. But Winston remember O'Brien's face. But Winston can't remember the girl's face. It was like a question of Winston made to himself. Who was the girl's face? Finally, in the finally page of these first pages, Winston remember one additional thing in the gallery. Goldenstein's face. Goldstein is an important man of this story because Winston describes Goldstein like the enemy of all, that always made counter-revolutionary plans. Goldstein, like we can see here, is the enemy of the Big Brother, and we only know that. Thank you, Teacher Pilar. Sorry for my mistakes. I try to do it well, and that is all. Thanks.